Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of High School Quiz Bowl competition here on Katie Quiz, brought to you by GBU Life. I'm Ray Petlin. I have the honor of asking questions to some of the brightest high school students from around the region, and we have an amazing matchup for you today, featuring teams from Ambridge High School, from Taylor-Allderdice High School, and from Valley High School. This should be a great matchup, and all three teams get 100 points just for showing up today, and we're going to start adding to that right away in our first round, a round we call Player's Choice. In this round, there are 5 picture-based questions for each team. 25 points is awarded for a correct answer. There's no deductions for incorrect answers in this round. And the 3 categories we have today are chemical elements, U.S. presidents, and French history. Randomly selected to go first is Taylor-Allderdice High School. Which of those categories would you like?
We'll take French history.
French history it is, and here is your first question of the day. What queen was guillotined alongside her husband, Louis XVI, during the Reign of Terror?
Marie Antoinette.
That is right. England and France fought over who would be the King of France in this conflict that lasted from 1337 to 1453.
The 100 Years' War. Yeah, the 100 Years' War.
That is correct. What short French emperor was ultimately defeated at the Battle of Waterloo?
Napoleon.
Napoleon Bonaparte is correct. Who is the patron saint of France, honored as a defender of the French nation for her role in the siege of Orleans?
Joan of Arc.
That is right. And finally, what commander at the siege of La Rochelle was Louis XIII's chief minister?
Bosset. No, this was Cardinal Richelieu. Cardinal Richelieu.
Cardinal Richelieu is correct, and you swept through that round. That adds 125 points to your score and starts you off today with a perfect 225. Very nicely done, Taylor-Allderdice. Ambridge, you are up next. The 2 categories we have left over are chemical elements and U.S. presidents. Which of those categories would you like?
Chemical elements, please.
Chemical elements it is, and here we go, Ambridge, with your first question of the day. What post-transition metal is commonly used to produce a namesake foil?
Aluminum.
That is right. What ferromagnetic metal found with iron in the Earth's inner core is used to produce many coins in the United States?
Nickel.
Nickel is correct. What only metal that is liquid at room temperature was formerly used in thermometers?
Mercury.
Mercury is right. What element with the highest electron affinity is a halogen that is used in pools to kill microorganisms?
Chlorine.
That's right. What noble gas located above argon on the periodic table is often used in bright glowing signs?
Neon.
Neon is correct. You two have swept through that first round with a perfect 225 points on the board. Nice job, Ambridge. And finally up, we have our team from Valley High School. And Valley, the category we have left over for you is U.S. presidents. Here we go with your first question. He helped draft the Tennessee Constitution and served the state in both the Senate and the House.
John Quincy Adams.
That was Andrew Jackson there. Here's your next question. He was Assistant Secretary of the Navy under William McKinley, Governor of New York, Vice President as well.
Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt is correct. He was a congressman, Senate Majority Leader, and Vice President.
Nixon.
Ooh, close. That was Lyndon B. Johnson on that one. He was congressman from Michigan, also House Minority Leader and Vice President.
Nixon.
Nixon, another good guess, but that was Gerald Ford there. Finally, in this round, he was sheriff and mayor of Buffalo and governor of New York.
Taft.
Good guess, but that was Grover Cleveland in that one. Tough round. You still were able to add to your score, taking you up to 125 points, and there are a ton more points up for grabs as we continue through this edition of Katie Quiz, brought to you by GBU Life. Coming up next, we're going to go into the Katie Quiz knowledge check and meet the team right after this.
KD Quiz is brought to you by GBU Life, providing life insurance, annuities, and community support since 1892.